fast forward to 2020. I believe November 2020 or September, you go to college.
Yeah, I was accepted. I was formally, officially accepted into University of Indianapolis, but I never left Trinidad until December of 2020.
Okay, okay. Yeah, walk us through that application process because this kind of interview style, a lot of younger swimmers going to be watching this, and
Yeah.
even parents. How do I get my child swimming away, swimming for the national team? This is not normal. This is something that parents boast about.
Mm.
So you could just walk us through what that process actually is like.
Alright. I think the process for everyone is different. As I said earlier, I really didn't like school. During the pandemic, when there was no swimming, I was really kind of spinning top in mud because I wanted to do something that I loved and I wasn't able to do it because of the restrictions. And I already got my passes and I didn't want to go back. My mom was like, if you're going to live under my roof, you have to do something. And if you're not going to do Form 6, you're going to redo whatever subjects. So I didn't go back to school that year. I just stayed home and did extra lessons and whatnot. And did over, I think it was 3 of the classes or 4 of the classes. And during that period of 2020, it was just like a dull moment. And one of my friends who is currently doing his master's, well, he's going to start his master's now, Jair Thompson, he reached out and he was asking, a lot of swimmers are going to university. What are you doing? And to be very honest, I told him, I was like, I think I might want to stop swimming because this COVID thing is just like killing all the hopes and dreams, and I honestly don't want to go back to school. I just want to make money. And he was like, still try, still shoot your shot, apply to UND. That was that's the school I'm going to currently. And he's like, if you get you, you get you. And I was like, all right, I'm going to make a deal with you. UND is going to be the only school I'm going to apply to. And if they accept me, they accept me. If they don't accept me, do not ask me to apply to another school again. So he was like, all right, fair enough. So I applied through academic wise and I applied through sporting wise. Within that, the head coach at that point in time, Jason Height, he reached back to me and then we were talking off and on, and then the school academically wise, they reached back out to me. So then we were in communications all around, and then they was like, okay, we are willing to accept you into the University of Indianapolis, but we'll give you a partial scholarship. The only downside is because you graduated in 2018 and you didn't go back to school, we, like the NCAA rules is that you have a 2-year span of like gap year,
Exactly. Yeah.
where you could start in August. If not, if you like do it on the 3rd year or the 4th year or thereafter, you have to skip or basically redshirt. I'm not sure if that's the correct term, but skip a whole season.
Okay.
And my second year was finishing in December of 2020. So coach advised, like, if I wanted to swim, I need to come up now.
Okay.
So at that point in time, parents didn't know anything. Parents didn't even know I was thinking about college. They didn't even know I got accepted with a partial scholarship. So at that point in time, when I realized it was serious and then money was involved and money was an issue, I was like, okay, let me go and tell mommy and daddy what hot water I get them in now. And then, like, after speaking to them, they were like, are you sure this is something that you really want to do? I was like, yeah, why not? If I could try to make a betterment for myself, why not? And they were on board with it. And by December 2020, Christmas Eve, I believe, I was in the airport ready to go.
Okay, nice. But 2020 Corona,
Yeah.
had any problems getting a flight out or?
I had to email the government and ask for excuse. And yeah, that wasn't really no problem.